Tracie Harris. I'm a recovery nurse. I've been a nurse since 2004, and I have started traveling in 2016. This little guy right here, his name's Pistol. I had lost a dog, and 2 weeks later, a little Facebook post came out looking for someone to foster him. It was really cold, and he was left abandoned. He was about 6 months old. So I decided to foster him, and it's the first time I'm a complete foster failure. So he's been traveling with me since I got him. He is now 7 years old, and he is a Manchester Terrier. He came on the road with me because he's family. I don't think of him as any other thing. So if I go, he goes. And so he came along, our first job in Lawton, and he did really well. And then we've been to Wisconsin, where he got to see the snow. Tennessee, where he got to see rain and the bears in the Smoky Mountains. Maine, where he liked to pee on snow mounds. So he's had quite the array of different places to go. I think he travels more than maybe some humans. The biggest challenge that was on the road that we had with him is the pet deposits that you have to pay down, and 9 times out of 10 they're not refundable, or they're partially refundable. And I literally have had people, when we left, say that the place was cleaner than I took it over. And in those places, I did get the part that was returnable back, but it was getting, like, you would have to have up to $3,000 for pet deposits for each place you found. And so it just got to where, when I went to TravCon and discovered that we were, you could do RVs with no pet deposits, the money that you save alone in that is just amazing. And so that's the next big step that we did, was we bought an RV. The advantages is the loves, the cuddles, the snuggles, knowing that someone is there for you, waiting for you, especially in this time during lockdown. It's been more of a comfort than not, because he makes you get out, get some fresh air, get some walks. He's very friendly. There isn't anybody in any RV park that he doesn't make friends with. He's got a few that absolutely he sees during the day. In the morning, he practically rips my arm off to go run to go say hello. And he's just a great companion, a travel buddy. I will say, on the vet visits, when I do have to use someone else, I do send all the information to his vet. And when we go home once a year, he gets all of his stuff done. I buy all of his medicine right then, because it's easier to pack it with me than it is to try and have to get another vet because you have to get the tests before you get the medicines, the preventatives. So it's really easier for us to do that. I think my favorite one would be our time in Wisconsin. We did a waterfall trip, and there was one of them, we were trying to go over and not get in the mud. And I jumped over into the thing, and when I did, it accidentally pulled his leash a little too far, and he ended like puddle deep up to his little chest in mud. And he just looked at me. And so we walked back to the waterfall, and I plopped him in the waterfall to get him clean, and we just kept going. Carrying your pet information in a bag, which we already did because I'm from Oklahoma, so we have tornadoes. So we have learned that from tornadoes, the biggest thing you can do is take their information in that bag, shove it in a crate, shove them in it, because if your house gets blown away, that crate takes the brunt of all the bumps and dings, and the dog comes out maybe scared but uninjured. Where if they're left to fly about, they could, bad things can happen. And if you keep, he's chipped, he's got his collar, but the tornado days, I would throw in the bag, and the information would be with him, and just in case something happened, because I lived in more where there was tornadoes. He's living the life of luxury, gets the window down, gets to put his nose in the wind and catch all the different smells in all the different states. So he's just quite the traveling buddy.